This is Las Vegas Real Estate Now, where we bring you the 3 E's: educate, empower, and engage. I'm your host, Harvey Blankfeld, and we've been selling homes here in Southern Nevada since 1988. And with me in studio right now, I have Tracy Ruccia, who's the president of Equity Title of Nevada. She's been doing that for the last 33 years. Tell me what kind of tips you have for our listeners for the new year, for 2018.
Well, as we go into 2018, you know, always that first quarter, everybody is dreading and getting ready for their taxes. That evil word. Of course, we always need to be ready, and there's a lot of papers and a lot of information we need to gather to give to our accountants or input into whatever program you use.
Right.
So one of the things is, if you sold a house last year, 2017, a lot of times you forget that you need your settlement statement or your HUD-1 statement or your closing statement. I mean, it's called mini terms. So if you know that you sold a house in 2017, it will behoove you to start working on either one, finding your closing statement that you might have filed away.
Yep.
And if you can't, don't get nervous, don't worry. You can always call the title company that you used and ask for another copy.
And in many cases, it means, like, you know, particularly for a seller, if you got proceeds, hopefully you were exempt from capital gain because you did everything. You sold your primary, you did it all right. But if not, you want to make sure you calculate that properly, because if you miss it, they're going to find it.
Oh, they will.
They'll know about it. The IRS knows about the closing.
You know, a lot of people are like, oh, they won't know. I just have my settlement statement here. What I want to make sure you're aware of is that we, the title companies, have to report that information to the government. Otherwise, we get fined.
Right.
So it does get reported.
And there's a questionnaire as part of the closing from the IRS saying, hey, did you do this? Did you do that? Was it a 1031? Was it not 10? They're asking questions, and you're completing and signing off on that disclosure that I know you're sending to the IRS.
Yes.
So,
and that's what they determine if capital gains is involved.
Periodically, you should take a look at a title report on your property just to see what's going on with it.
Absolutely. I know we've talked about that so many times, especially when it comes to fraud, to just somebody putting a lien on your property, not being aware of it, just to anything. So I've always have spoken on the show that call at least once a year and get a property profile. So
why not do it now?
Why not do it here?
Yep.
Yeah, why not do it now with the new year here and just call and let's make sure your property is still held in the title that you took it, that there's nothing against it, that everything is up to date, and it costs nothing. Yeah.
Now, as we go forward, the tax laws have changed a little bit going forward, but not so much when it comes to closings here in Nevada. I mean, it's not that impactful. We're really not going to see any dramatic changes.
Not too much, no.
No, it's pretty much the same. Business as usual. 2017 was a great year, huh?
It was a wonderful year.
Right?
Yes, and definitely looking forward to carrying it over.
Yeah, 2017 was a great year for real estate here in Southern Nevada. I know that Equity had a tremendous year. We did it at the Brown Blankfeld as well. Brown Blankfeld Group, and I think that my partners and I did it. Had a terrific year. We're looking forward to a great 2018, and I think part of the reason is that the attractiveness of Southern Nevada is still there. All the reasons to move here are still here.
It's still, we were talking off the program about how expensive it is in certain states.
Right.
And while home prices are increasing slightly, it's still one of the best areas.
Still a great value here in Southern Nevada. Yeah.
You've been listening to Las Vegas Real Estate Now with host Harvey Blankfeld. Please tune in every Saturday at 11 a.m. right here on News Talk 720 KDWN.